What would happen if 100 men faced off against a single gorilla? It might seem like the outcome would favor the larger group, but the reality is far more complex. While numbers offer an advantage, the gorilla's strength introduces serious challenges. We'll explore the biology behind a silverback's physical abilities, its strength, bite force, and natural instincts to understand why even a large group of humans might struggle. Could strategy and teamwork overcome the gorilla's raw power? Interestingly, gorillas aren't naturally aggressive toward humans. Experts like primatologist Rodrigues note they typically avoid confrontation. But if provoked or defending their group, a silverback can become highly aggressive. Wildlife expert Ron Magill describes them as gentle giants, unless pushed. So could a group effort make the difference in such a scenario? To put things in perspective, lifting a small car isn't a challenge for a silverback. They've been observed to lift up to 815 kilograms. For comparison, the world record human deadlift is 501 kilograms, and most untrained individuals can only manage a fraction of that. What makes gorillas so powerful? Their muscle composition. Primatologist Hobaiter points out that gorillas have a high percentage of fast-twitch muscle fibers built for quick bursts of power. Humans, on the other hand, have a more balanced muscle fiber mix. We're better suited for endurance over raw strength. Their bite is also formidable. A gorilla's bite force is estimated at 1,300 pounds per square inch, stronger than many predators. Their jaw muscles are specially structured for strength, not just chewing, giving them a distinct edge in any physical confrontation. Their arms are another major advantage. Longer than their legs and designed for powerful movement, they can swing with incredible force from multiple angles, making them capable of quick, damaging strikes. So if 100 people tried to subdue one gorilla at once, what would happen? Despite the numbers, the gorilla's explosive power means it could disable several individuals quickly. Its strength allows it to lift and throw with ease, and its grip is strong enough to cause serious harm with minimal effort. Gorillas also move faster than most people expect. Their fast-twitch muscles enable rapid bursts of speed, especially dangerous in close quarters. Attempting to swarm a gorilla would be risky. It would feel more like colliding with a moving wall. Could coordination give the humans a chance? Possibly, but with significant risks. Even if they managed to overwhelm the gorilla through teamwork, the cost would be high. Physical injuries would be difficult to avoid, especially for those closest to the animal. The key human advantage is communications and strategy. But even with those tools, the gorilla's power and agility present a major challenge. One small misstep could unravel the plan entirely. For any strategy can be considered, the physical gap between humans and gorilla is clear. Numbers may help, but they don't eliminate the disparity in strength. A direct confrontation would likely come at a steep price. But suppose the group does attempt a coordinated plan. Could that shift the odds? Some experts believe it's possible if the group accepts the cost. Ron Magill describes a tactic he calls the human straitjacket, where the group surrounds the gorilla and applies pressure from all sides to limit its movement and oxygen. However, such a maneuver would be extremely dangerous. Even if partially successful, the gorilla could still inflict serious harm. Those nearest would face the highest risk, and the strength required to keep the animal contained is significant. Injuries would be difficult to avoid. To restrain the gorilla effectively, experts suggest 20 to 30 people would need to act in unison. But approaching close enough to do so, without the gorilla reacting violently, is a major obstacle. Its speed and strength mean it can resist efforts to contain it, potentially overpowering the group. Primatologist Hobaiter remains skeptical that any such plan would work. In her view, the gorilla's ability to strike quickly and with force gives it a lasting advantage. Even if brought to the ground, the gorilla would remain a threat. Any movement could cause harm from a partial restraint would likely be sudden and violent. Even in the best-case scenario, success wouldn't come without consequences. Some participants would likely sustain lasting injuries, and that assumes a flawlessly executed plan, with no hesitation or panic, conditions that are hard to achieve in reality. Could such coordination be achieved? Perhaps. But only with immense preparation and a willingness to face serious risk. The gorilla's strength leaves little room for error. If the gorilla were to act first, things could escalate even more quickly. A gorilla initiating the conflict would have the upper hand. With speed and force, it could engage before humans had time to react. Its movements, fueled by fast-twitch muscles, would be difficult to anticipate or avoid. A single blow might incapacitate someone. Its strength isn't just overwhelming, it's efficient. Each movement is impactful. If approached, it could respond with a combination of gripping and striking that would be extremely difficult to counter. Typically, gorillas give warning signs, chest beating, mock charges. These are meant to de-escalate, not provoke. But if ignored, they may proceed to defend themselves forcefully. In the event of an actual attack, the gorilla could affect a significant number of individuals before coordination sets in. It moves decisively, aiming to neutralize perceived threats quickly. Hobaiter notes that gorillas react based on instinct and perceived danger. Their response is focused and fast, and they don't hesitate. In this situation, that response would be overwhelming. Initial attacks could affect 20 to 30 people rapidly. Some might fall from the initial force, others could be affected by the confusion. Wouldn't require direct hits. Being in the wrong place could be dangerous. Another consideration is stamina. Gorillas don't fatigue quickly under short bursts of effort. Humans, on the other hand, do. The physical demand of such a confrontation would drain people rapidly. This imbalance would grow as time passed, favoring the gorilla. Unless the group managed to act fast, their window to respond would quickly close. Now add terrain into the mix. If the confrontation takes place in the gorilla's natural environment, things get worse for the humans. Mountain gorillas live at high altitudes where oxygen levels are low. Humans unused to that environment fatigue faster. Gorillas adapted to it retain their strength and stamina. Uneven ground, thick vegetation, and steep slopes all favor the gorilla. Humans would struggle to stay coordinated and mobile in those conditions. The gorilla, in contrast, would move confidently. These environmental challenges would reduce any advantage from numbers. Communication, movement, and planning become harder. The gorilla gains even more of an edge. Even the climate matters. Gorillas are used to the cool, misty conditions of high-altitude forests. Humans would have to deal with discomfort, overheating, or even hypothermia during exertion. So could the humans prepare? With training and acclimatization, maybe. But in an unplanned encounter, highly unlikely. Even without home advantage, the gorilla's capabilities would make it the likely winner. Add in a familiar, favorable environment, and the odds become even more lopsided. Ultimately, this isn't a fair match. It's a reminder of how physically capable wild animals like gorillas truly are. As Ron Magill reminds us, gorillas prefer peace. This scenario is purely hypothetical, and one best left that way. For more hypothetical animal matchups, leave a suggestion and subscribe. And remember, gorillas are protected and deserve our respect. Support conservation efforts and help ensure these incredible animals thrive in the wild.